Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. I almost said PC Building Simulator 2. I don't know if you heard that. I almost said it. Speaking of PC Building Simulator 2 beta, it's been a couple of weeks since it was out. I'm really missing it. I don't know about you guys, but this game just doesn't feel the same after playing PC Building Simulator 2. It's not that this game's bad, but man, the graphics are better. There's new stuff to mess around with, customization, and the water cooling stuff is so cool. I'm super excited for the full release of PC Building Simulator 2. If you played the beta and you're going through withdrawals, let me know down in the comments. Maybe we can start a support group or something and we can discuss it and support each other until the new game comes out. All right, so let's hop into our email. I know there's some old stuff down here at the bottom. Let's do this one. It's got a huge budget of $3,000 for a fix. That's crazy. What did Pat break? Oh my gosh. Email says, can you help with this? Can you repair something for me? You'll need to diagnose what's wrong with it. I get BSODs with really long error messages every time I boot up. This rig used to belong to my mate, so I don't even know what's inside. If you can, I'd love some plastic, green, red cables. I worry about used parts. I look forward to hearing back from you, Pat. So, plastic, green, red cables. I don't even know if I have those. I don't even know. Cables, green or red. Ribbon, plastic, pattern, green, red. Why are those $400? Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and add those to the cart. Okay, because I'm going to forget. I'm definitely going to forget. Let's take a look at their stats. This huge budget, maybe their 3970X broke. That motherboard is fairly expensive, if I remember right. I don't know, maybe everything's broken. They're 1080. Like, for $3,000, we could almost build them a brand new computer. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Pat, what did you break? Okay. We'll go ahead and accept that. We'll figure out what the devil is wrong with it when it comes in, and we'll put some plastic green-red cables in there for Pat as well. Now, we need a build. Let's do this one. Exciting Gary. Hello. Hello? I'm in the market for a new PC. I need 60 FPS in Bush Flight Simulator. So can you do that before 3/29/2019? Well, I mean, you know, we're a few years late. In 7 days. 7 days from today in the game. I worry about used parts. I read that AMD parts are really good. Regards, Gary Wakefield. Budget of $5,500 to play a Bush Flight Simulator at recommended spec. Let's take a look at will it run. Bush Flight Simulator recommended spec. An i7 7700K and a GTX 1070. That's it. 16 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of VRAM, and 30 gigs of storage. I guess that game's not as intensive as I assumed it would be. Okay. All right. Well, let's just minimize that. Let me go ahead and accept this one. We got a big budget of $5,500. I am positive that we can build Gary something very nice with newer components than what is recommended here. So, let me go back to the shop. We've got the green-red cables in the cart. Excellent. I'm going to step away. I'm going to get parts for the build put into the shopping cart, and I will be right back. All right, for this build, we've got the MSI MEG X570 Godlike motherboard. We've got the AMD Ryzen 9 5950X. That's the 16-core, 32-thread beast. To cool that, we've got the Alpha Cool Esbear, I don't know, it's German, Aurora 360 AIO water cooler, 4 sticks of Team Group Excalibur, special edition 8 gig, 3600 megahertz. We've got the MSI Radeon RX 6900 XT Gaming X Trio. We've got a new part that I haven't used yet. It's the Patriot Viper VP 4300 M.2 drive, 2 terabyte size. Power all that, we've got the EVGA Supernova 1000 watt T2. We're going to add 4 fractal designed Prisma AL12 fans. Those are 120 millimeter. We're going to put all that in the InWin 925. I've never built in this case. It's a pretty cool looking case. I think it's going to be a little weird to build in though, because I was messing around with it a little bit in free build, and putting like the rear case fan in was odd. So I'm going to have to try and remember how I did that. We'll see how that works out. Like I said, we've got the cables up here for the repair that's coming in. When we figure out what's wrong with it, we will order the parts for that for same-day delivery. But let's go ahead. Let's buy all of this now. We can go into the day. We can get everything in. And we can get to work. Go to work. Oh, we got to pay rent? Come on. Is that like NZXT beer? What is that? Should we go ahead and pay rent now? You owe us $500. All right, all right, all right. We'll look at daily deals later. At least the rent's paid. At least the rent is paid. Okay. We've got parts over here. Let's collect all this stuff. Oh, we got some stuff from PC Bay. Okay. Make that go away. What did we get over here? There should only be two things. There's the 925, there's the fix, and must be something from PC Bay as well. We're going to stick that in the storage cabinet. Okay, let me grab the fix. We'll stick that over here. And let's grab the case for the build, and we'll put that there. All right, so... oh, we need this too. We need this too. We need our sticky note for our build. Let's put that on the workbench. Let's take a look at this repair. See if we can figure out what's wrong with it. Does it even power up? No CPU found, so that is obviously one thing that is broken is the CPU. So we're going to have to dig down to that. We'll have to see if anything else is broken as well, because with a $3,000 budget, I definitely feel like more than just the CPU is broken. Should we pull these graphics cards? These are purple cables. I'm going to have to try to remember that. The motherboard does not seem broken, though, because it did start up. So I'm not going to really worry about the motherboard. We should check this RAM, though. Let me grab that out of there. Let's take a look here. So the CPU, let's do fits this PC. So their 3970X is broken. What about their CPU cooler? That is fine. Memory looks fine. Graphics cards, both of those are good. I mean, we may need to check their storage. I mean, their power supplies seem to be just fine. Oh, that's right. We don't even need to worry about their purple cables because we're swapping out cables. We are swapping out cables for them. So let's check this storage here. Do they have any other storage? So that is fine. Just gonna put that back in. Any storage on the motherboard? Don't see anything. So is it just their CPU? I feel like I'm going to order a CPU, get it in, boot this up, and something else is going to be broken. Let's go here. Was it this? Was it the green-red patterned that we just ordered? I think it was. Let's go ahead and cable some of this up with their Christmas colors that they're looking for. And then we need to go order, was it the, now I don't remember which Ryzen processor it was. It was the 3970X. Let's go order one of those. Oh, shop's down here. 3970X. So those are $2,000. So I guess that's why the $3,000 budget. Same day delivery. Hopefully nothing else is wrong. I guess we're going to find out. So I'm going to start putting this back together, and we will see if... Let's get rid of the broken one. We'll see if... Oops. Can I please install... There we go. We'll see if anything else has an issue. Let's put their stick of memory back in. And I want to go ahead and put their graphics cards back in. Now, I don't remember which one was in which slot. That doesn't look right. I think that one was on the bottom. And this one was on top. That looks pretty right. Okay. So, we need some thermal paste. And their CPU cooler. And I'll cable this up, and we're going to see if we power up and work here. I do want to go into the BIOS and see if XMP, nope, does not need to be turned on. We'll let this thing boot and see what happens. Ah, the Vandals. All right, so everything seems to be working. Fans are all spinning. All right. All right, I think we're good. Let's get the side panels put back on. And then we can start with this build. We'll see how bad I screw up building that thing. So like I said, I've never built in this case before. And I wanted to keep it that way, so I didn't build in free mode either. I just kind of messed around with the case. So let me get this taken apart. Let's see. I think everything has to come off. Yeah, like this inner... So... Is it that? Does this whole inner piece need to come out for me to mount a fan? How do I mount a rear fan? So do we pull all these? Watch, I'm going to do all of this, and then I'm still not going to be able to mount a fan. Okay, so we do that. Then, do I need to put this back panel back on? To then mount a fan? Okay, so rear fan is mounted. The issue I see is how do I get this part? Oh, can I just mount it back in now? Now that the fan's in there? Okay. All right, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting. What about... That probably needs to come out. So this top piece doesn't come off. Okay, and then I've got fans going up in the front as well. So let's mount those. Got 3 fans going up in the front. Okay, so the back piece wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. That's good. I wasn't sure how that was going to work. Oh, man. That's different. That is definitely a different way of mounting a fan. Okay, so we got the front fans mounted. Now I think we're ready to stick our motherboard in here. We've got the MSI MEG X570 Godlike. We'll get that mounted. Oh, I should put these PCI covers back in. Well, let's do that. PC parts. Oh my gosh. This is going to take a minute. Okay, that is finally done. Let's get this thing ready for CPU. 4 sticks of RAM. And the M.2 drive. So, for the CPU, we've got the 5950X. There we go. Nice beastly CPU. Then for the RAM, let's come down here. We've got 4 sticks of this Team Group Excalibur 8 gig 3600 megahertz. It's the special edition, so it's got a little design on the top when it lights up instead of just a plain color. So let me get all 4 of those mounted. There we go. There we go. You know, I'm wondering, now that I'm looking at RAM, I'm just thinking about it. I'm wondering if this game is going to get like 12th gen Intel and DDR5, or if they're just saving that for PC Building Simulator 2. I wonder if this thing is at its end of life. I don't know. I don't have the inside scoop. I'm just wondering. Just wondering. So let's go ahead and get this Patriot Viper VP4300 2 terabyte with the graphene heat shield mounted in here. There we go. Very nice. Now, let's get a power supply. We've got the EVGA Supernova 1000 T2. Get that mounted down here. I'd like to do water cooling in this PC, or in this case, at some point. Like custom water cooling, I think would be very nice in this case. Very nice. Maybe next episode we'll see about doing that. Maybe we'll see if we've got any water cooling jobs. We'll have to take a look. Okay, so thermal paste. I want to get the CPU cooler in here before I forget. We've got the Alpha Cool Aurora, whatever that German word is, 360, a CPU cooler. It's a AIO water cooler. Get this mounted up here in the top. And I know all you German guys out there are going to tell me what that word is, so I'm not going to try to say it and mispronounce it consistently. I'm just going to let you guys correct me in the comments as to how I'm supposed to pronounce it. Okay. All right, so do we want to mount... We mount the GPU. Oh my gosh, this thing has so many removable parts, it's hard to light up the one that I want. Let's see if this looks good up here in the front. Oh yeah, this case is huge. There's plenty of room for that right there in the front. Very nice. So what should we do for cables? Obviously, I don't want to use these Christmas cables. Sell all broken. How much broken stuff do we have? Oh, just one broken part? All right, whatever. Let's see. Let's see. Do we want to do white? Do we want to color? Man, I don't know. Ooh, like a striped black and white. That'd look pretty sweet in this case. Let's see. Oh yeah, that'd go real nice. Let's do that. Let's do that. Huh. So can I not cable up this rear fan that I took all this? Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I took all that time to install it, and it'd be a real pain to uninstall it, but it plugged in. So does this huge EATX motherboard only have one fan header? Because that's what it seems like. All the fans are plugged into this one fan header that goes to these 3 fans, and then all the way back here to the rear fan. I mean, I guess technically that's a fan header, but I mean, there's 2, maybe... Nope, there's 3 fan headers right there. I guess the game just won't let us access those. Oh well. There we go. Okay, everything's cabled. Let me get the case sort of put back together. Is this the front dust filter? And then we had a top dust filter. And then I'm going to leave the side panels off until we're kind of done here. We do need a USB drive. Are you kidding me? What? Uh-oh. This can't be for real. Lets me access those. What? How are you supposed to... So... I'm confused. Am I seriously gonna have to take this whole thing apart? Is it... What is going on? Don't tell me that. Uh-huh. How are you supposed to get a USB drive in there? Is this case just bugged? Did I pick something that was just a really bad choice? Okay, so... Well, looks like I'm going to be taking this back apart. So, I'm going to step away. I'm going to disassemble this entire PC, I think. And once I can get a USB drive in here, I'll be back. All right, so after way too much time spent and taking this thing apart multiple times, there's only one way to get a USB drive in here, and that is to leave this back piece off. But by leaving the back piece off, you can't put a rear fan in of any kind. So I want to go on record and say this is the dumbest PC design ever, and I don't care to ever do custom water cooling in this. Like I've previously stated, there's really no way to do anything with the back panel that goes on here. So we're going to go ahead and put a USB drive in now. And then, so to get to this point, I had to take everything out of here, pull this piece out as well as the back piece. And then once we put the back piece back on, somehow, I think we can do it if we unplug all the cables. Yes. So we can put the back panel back on. The cables will plug in, but now we can no longer remove the back panel. Because for whatever reason, it is now permanently attached, even though there's 4 thumb screws right here, which would allow you to just remove it. And in real life, you would take this back panel off, put your 3 fans in there, and no big deal. But in this game, once it's on, it may as well be welded there because it's there permanently. So I had to take this thing apart a bunch of times to find this out. I'm going to have to edit a good 30 minutes out of this video. So I was trying to find a way just so I could show you guys that there's a way, but I couldn't figure it out. So if you know a way to make that happen, to put rear fans in this thing and still get a USB drive in it, let me know down in the comments for sure. But we've got a USB in there now, so we're ready to power this on. I'm going to hop into the BIOS and turn on XMP to get to our 3600 megahertz. We're going to go ahead and apply those changes. And we will let this thing install the operating system. Then we should be done. Put the side panels on it. May change some lighting colors. Yeah, I think we're going to change some lights. Let me get the side panels on, though. There's that side, and then we'll get this side. Excellent. Excellent. Let me get the lighting app on here. And we'll restart. Ooh, RGB's not bad. RGB's not bad. I like this cooler up here. The fans in that thing are sweet. So do we want RGB or do we want... I was just going to make them white. I kind of like that too. Man. That's a hard choice. It's a hard choice. Do we go rainbow? Or do we go back to white? Man, maybe we'll leave it rainbow. Whoa. I didn't mean to back that far out. Maybe we'll leave it rainbow. I kind of like the way that looks. I was going to make them all white, but rainbow's kind of working. Rainbow's kind of working for me. Front lights up. I mean, this is a cool case. I just wish the back wasn't messed up, because you just can't get a thumb drive in there. Once you put fans back here, no thumb drives going in at all. This should be able to be removed after the fact, and it's not. And you can't put a fan in. I was going to have a rear fan, but nope. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. But this thing turned out pretty nice. I think it turned out pretty dang nice. If we'd been able to get one more fan in there, we would have hit the $5,500 budget on the nose, but because we couldn't put in a $25 fan, we only made it to $5,475. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. At least the thing works. At least it works. Let's come in here. We'll close that out. Let's go down to the fix. And we'll collect that one. 1 star. They seem to know what was wrong, but it still crashes with some tasks. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Not sure why that is. Maybe we should have run a virus scan on there. Everything seemed to be working just fine. Everything seemed to be working. So we'll take our 1 star. It's whatever. Where's the PC? There it is. There it is. Can we get a 1 star on this too? Because the case is terrible. 5 stars. The new PC they built is good. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the 1 star. I don't know what was wrong with. Oh, this is expired. Let's get rid of that. What are all these expired ones? Yeah, 1 star. Well, that just goes right along. Far Cry 5. Hey. Now we're talking. Game I know. We'll clear out all these red dots. Let's take a look at daily deals. Got a PC for $3,000. A 2060. Let's go there. I don't really want this. It does have a 3090 in it though. Got the 2060 and a stick of RAM. All right, we'll get the 2060. We'll get the 2060. Okay. Well, in the next episode, we'll try to make up for the 1 star that we got working on PC in this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. Also, if you want to support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. You can also become a channel member. There's a button located right next to the subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next episode.